It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you today, sir?
Well, it's Friday.
Oh, that's that. You're on the money so far. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Went to Norfolk last night.
Okay.
Watched a little Norfolk Rules Special basketball.
And how was it?
Well, let me tell you what.
Oh,
Norfolk's not a real big school.
no.
Therefore, they don't have a supersized gym. But they got a
It's not a bad gym, though.
They got a supersized crowd.
Yeah.
And those folks get into it. Not just the Norfolk folks, but the folks from Rural Special. There was a mom sitting in, because we sat on the visitor side so we could check out the shot in case we do some games down there. And there was a mom sitting in front of us. Out of here. She got booted. Yeah, they should have booted the dad, but they booted the mom. Yeah, and not only, she didn't get, not the official say, okay, you're gone. The official said, stop the game, got the SRO involved and the principal of the school involved, and then she was escorted out.
She was definitely gone. Man.
Yeah. But that's intense, small school basketball. I've seen the same thing happen over at Cotter
Let's
last
say
year.
I've been to some of the small school ones, and man, some of them get pretty dang rowdy. I'm talking about the crowd.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a lady get ejected over at Cotter one time. It was Cotter in Yellville, and the referee warned her, and that lasted about one or two trips up and down the court, and then he warned her again, and that lasted about till he turned his back and started walking away, and immediately she was gone. They take that stuff pretty serious over there.
That's funny.
But it's a great environment. Great environment.
That's cool.
Good time.
I've been to Norfolk, and like I said, it's not a real big gym, but it's a nice gym.
It's a nice
good,
gym.
Yeah,
The home side bleachers all have chairbacks, and
yeah, it's a nice gym.
yeah, very nice. So, Brooke Chapman, thank you for allowing us to come in and check things out and being there with your bunch, and it was a good time.
It's cool. Didn't do any filming.
Didn't do any
just
film.
watched.
It was a research mission.
Research mission. There
Yeah.
you go.
Because
There
we
you
wanted to go down and check it out and see if we would be far enough away from the floor to get a good shot, and then what was the internet availability. They do have a Cat 5 there in the gym on that side, so I think we could pull it off, and we're going to try to do it. We're going to check the schedules and see how they conflict, and see if we can't squeeze one or two in for them down there.
Awesome.
It'd be a good
Awesome.
time.
Awesome.
So,
Be a good time.
how about you?
Last night, didn't do much last night, actually. That was the one night I kind of didn't have a lot planned. I've been working on some projects, and last night with the weather and everything, I was like,
What weather?
huh? We got
What
some
weather?
rain.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
You didn't get any rain at the house.
If it happened while I was gone.
Oh,
But
yeah, you were
walking
gone
out to the
Norfolk,
coop,
but
it
yeah.
was, the ground wasn't even wet.
I'll be darned. We had some pretty good rain at our house.
Really?
Yeah.
After dark?
No, some was before and then some was after.
No, couldn't tell it by me.
I'll be darned.
Time to get started. It's time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is their number. Hospice of the Ozarks been serving Baxter, Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to serve you as well. If you just pick up your phone, give them a call, 870-508-1771. Ask them whatever questions you might have. They'll be glad to answer them for you. And now Sarah will say the morning prayer. Sarah?
Lord, we just thank you for this day that you made. We thank you for the hope of your son, and we ask to just always look to you and in everything. And I just thank you so much, and for the victory that we just have. And forgive us, Lord, of our wrongdoings, but help us be better. And thank you for always guiding us, comforting us, just redirecting us we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zdora, the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on Live Views, this is what you see.
Nice shot today.
Oh, wait.
What?
We can see.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a nice shot.
Is this live or is this Memorex? Man, the last couple of days, it's
Both
been super
cameras.
foggy. Wow,
Both
check
cameras.
that out.
Look at the lights on the bridge. That's cool. I like that.
They must be building up something along there. Do you see those piles of whatever? They must.
Storage, they're travel, not travel, but shipping containers,
Really?
20 footers.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
multiplying.
Yeah, they seem to be, yeah. This is a beautiful white river that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. This is the city of Cotter, their baseball field, their city park there to the left. Downtown Cotter is straight ahead. Over to your far right is the city of Mountain Home. In front of that would be the city of Gassville. The old Witch's Hat water tower that used to serve Cotter is at about 1 o'clock. State of Missouri is straight ahead off in the distance. To the far left would be the Rainbow Bridge, the Trellis Bridge for the railroad, and then the around the bend there would be Bull Shoals and Bull Shoals Tower, if you could see around that bend. The beautiful White River. If you'd like to see what's available for sale in this area, go to retiredarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that tickles your fancy there, and then give Bob or Linda Zdora a call at 870-405-0793. I'm going to run through some temperatures as Scooter focuses that in. It's a little out of focus right there.
It is. I think it's trying to focus on something else. I don't know. I'll switch back to the other camera until it does.
Currently, Mountain Home and Harrison are both at 45. Batesville is at 55. Yellville 45. Marshall 48. Salem at 50. Mountain View at 48. Calico Rock at 54. West Plains, Missouri 45. Springfield, Missouri is 43. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 57. And St. Louis, Missouri is 48.
There it is.
That's where you were headed. Mm-hmm. The knob.
Scooter Mountain.
The knob. We'll take a look at the radar. Currently on the radar, as you can see on the national scene, they've got a little bit of snow in Oklahoma Panhandle up into Kansas, over into Oklahoma, or to Colorado, New Mexico. Some heavier rains down around Houston, going through New Orleans in Mississippi. That may be all the folks in Mississippi crying about Ole Miss getting beat last night. That's what it's picking up instead of rain. Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, some rain going through there. But for Arkansas and Missouri, it looks pretty clear. We're going to go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. As you can see, that heavier rain going through Mississippi way off in the distance there. But from Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville over to Jonesboro, Batesville back to Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, all clear. Just a little bit of spotty rain this afternoon down in the southeast corner of the state. Other than that, it looks pretty clear. On the national scene, watches and warnings, we've got a flood watch going on in Mississippi and Alabama. Arkansas is clear. Again, Missouri's clear. Most of Oklahoma, we've got some extreme cold warning in the panhandle of Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas. Other than that, it looks pretty good. 7-day forecast. Whoop, whoop, whoop. High today is going to be 58, mostly sunny, mostly cloudy tonight. Low of 39. High tomorrow 51, becoming sunny. A low of 27 tomorrow night. High on Sunday, sunny and 44. Low of 26. Monday is going to be a high of 58 with a low of 36. 63 on Tuesday. Take a look at Wednesday. Is going to be a high of 49 with a low of 26. Thursday, a high of 47. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 549.41, which is 2.59 below full pool of 552. No generation report at this time. And Lake Bull Shoals 655.26, which is 3.74 below full pool of 659, and no generation report at Bull Shoals either. That's the lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team of Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to assist you. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. We'll be right back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you are looking for a new tractor, as you saw in the commercial before this, they've got some new ones out there, some new Kubotas, some new New Hollands, construction equipment, brake bed trailers, RTVs, part sales service. You got something broke, you know what it is, go by there and get your part. If you got something broken, you can't figure it out, go by there and let their mechanics figure it out for you. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Let's see what we got going on. All you can eat pancake breakfast on the 10th of January, which is tomorrow, from 7:30 to 10:30 at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dyer Street. All you care to eat: scrambled eggs, biscuits, gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee and juice, all brought to your table on china with silverware. $9 for adults, $4 for children under 12. Kids under 5 eat free. A portion of the proceeds will go to Informed Choices Women's Center of the Ozarks. Good cause, good food, good fellowship. Go by and see them at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church. Then Saturday, the 24th, there'll be another pancake breakfast at the Alley White American Legion Post 52 at 717 Market Street here in Mountain Home. It will be the 24th from 7:30 to 11, open to the public. Buttermilk pancakes with fruit toppings, sausage, biscuits, gravy, orange juice, and coffee. $10 for adults, 5 through 12 is $5, and 4 and under is free. The following groups will eat for free: World War II and Korean War veterans, active military and reservists in uniform, and all first responders in uniform. Fundraising proceeds help support local veterans and their families. And there we go. Marion County Election Commission is still looking for some election workers. If you're interested in doing that, the first training is tomorrow, Saturday at the old courthouse in Yellville. So you need to pick up your phone, give Brian Sorensen a call at 732-423-6775. You have to be a U.S. citizen, have to be at least 18 years of age or older, unless you're a high school student working towards your LEARNS Act community service commitment. Residency means you must live in Marion County and must be registered to vote. So give that a shot. They are doing a chance to win a couple of different guns. It'd be a 12-gauge shotgun or a Ruger 308. For more information on that, give them a call at 870-424-6277. That's the American Legion Hall Alley White 52 for more information on that.
I'm just going to mention real quick, the Mountain Home Parks and Recreation is still doing their spring registration for all their spring sports. They got bomber ball, t-ball, softball, baseball, and soccer. So you need to get a hold of them because it ends on February 16th as far as registration. And you can go online to Facebook at Mountain Home Park and Recs and look it up, or give them a call, 870-424-9311.
9311. Get the 411 at the 9311.
Or go by the youth center, and they'll have it too there.
Go check it out. Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. We'll be right back.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you're
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. We haven't seen you, gosh.
It's been a while. It's all year.
Do you remember your way to get here?
I had put the GPS on.
Tune her in.
Yep.
Did you have a good holiday?
We did.
Any unexpected things? Any
No, it was just
new
it was,
puppies,
it was,
cats,
no,
birds, or
all
anything?
that stuff's okay. Rob's here and Beth are here now permanently, and so start to adjust.
Does that mean
Fit it.
very limited trips to the north then for you now?
Yeah, for me it will be. I mean, I should go up and see my sister, but it's one of those figuring out the weather. I don't want to get up there and get caught in the weather. I'll be honest with you. I don't. It's those days are done. I don't need to be playing that.
No.
So maybe back into the spring a little bit.
No, there you go. Other than that, good holidays?
Good holiday. We helped some people out. We had some good closings, and like I say, helping people get the right home at the right time of their life. We've had a land sale yesterday, a closing yesterday, and client very graciously named off the number of places that we had helped them buy and sell and stuff. And he says, "There's nobody else I would use but you."
Yeah, there you go.
So that's just gold. It really is.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. So
And it's free.
well, it makes you feel good. I mean, you really
I mean,
can't.
that kind of advertising is free.
Yeah. So and I'm sure he tells people along the way. So business has been. It picked up a little bit. I got the end of the year numbers. 2019, the last pre-COVID, last full pre-COVID year, and 2024 were just about identical. Prices were off a little bit, but as far as number of homes and all that type of stuff. And last year was up. 25 closed out pretty well market-wise. So things are moving forward. I think people are just getting used to that. We're out of that 7, and we're pretty solid in that 6. So I think people are just kind of getting used to that. Some aspects of the economy are doing better, and I think that's helping people say, let's do this. And people are having babies. I mean, life goes on, no matter what. It didn't matter in '08 and in '12 when we were in the depths of those recessions. People still bought houses. People still either had to move to get someplace else. They had to move because they needed a bedroom. They couldn't sleep the way they were. So people adjust.
It doesn't matter if the president has an R, the president has a D, or the president has an I. You still have to live your life.
Exactly, and we live here. I don't live in Venezuela. I don't live in places where there's all the Fulcher wall and such going on. And so we try to deal with what's in front of us here and how we can help make being here a better place. I went to a mentoring deal with Jewel the other day over at the high school and talked to sophomores. That was a fun experience. Sophomores in high school in now. And one of them was like, how old are you? I says, well, and the teacher stepped in. He says, well, he said he went to Vietnam when he was 18, so you can kind of take it from there, and it was 1960. But
so my brother Noah and I, we went to visit.
So we dealing with them and trying to get them. They're just in another world, and that's fine. We need that coming up to take care of us as we get older. We're going out. We've got a couple more listing appointments set up, and we're moving forward, doing what we do, helping people buy and sell property, and make it easy for them. That's the deal. Is you want to make it easy for them. The coaches, they're going to eat. They make noise. They don't care.
The big thing is, we, like you mentioned a moment ago, you don't live in a foreign country. You don't depend on foreign things. We live in our world. We live in our reality.
Yep.
We have to deal with what's dealt to us here in our God's country, what we call, in the protections that we have here. The invite here is come. Anybody, everybody, come.
Yeah.
Just don't try to change us.
That's really the biggest thing. We talked about that. We had a Marion County Republican Committee meeting yesterday, and that was one of the things that came up as far as capturing new members and growing, but people having to realize that you're not where you were, and if you want all those things, then you probably shouldn't have left. And it's hard on those that are locals and have been here forever. There's been a bunch of pictures that have been coming across my Facebook thing, different shots of like college in '62, from like 1962, 64, whatever it was, and what it looks like now. And I mean, it was just like a dirt road, and it was nothing. And I can understand them, but nobody, nowhere is in Mayberry anymore, and we got to kind of roll with that. And it's just the way it is. But we're going to grow slowly here. We're getting the new retail stores that come in, new restaurants that come in, and that's just natural growth. That's something that everybody wants. We don't always get the restaurant that you want, but you get a new restaurant, get in there and support it and help it out, and we're all going to be better for that.
All right, so let's play trivia. So the 18 years that you've been here,
20.
You've been doing real estate for 18, right?
Yeah, 19. Yeah, somewhere
18,
there.
19.
Anyway, a while.
If you've been here 20,
Yeah.
where was the city limit line when you moved here?
I think it was out where Lowe's and Home Depot is.
Okay, so it's not really changed much.
Yeah, that was,
So when
Walmart had just been open a little while. The Lowe's wasn't open yet. Home Depot wasn't there yet. Because I was building a deck for the first house we had on 604, and I had to go to Hollister because they had a Lowe's in Hollister, and I went there to get the decking. And
so when my folks moved here in 1972, the city limit line was at
Cardinal?
Cardinal.
Yeah.
And then they thought it was a big thing when they moved it to catch the Ramada Inn.
Yeah.
Right? So
See, and that's kind of what they do is they're chasing the businesses trying to
Sure.
capture their tax money. And it's understandable.
And
they're
expanding the services and whatever.
Sure, of
so
course.
now, today, that the bypass, the east side of the bypass where Home Depot and Lowe's is, that's pretty much the city limit line. And now that they've got Big Creek in and such, and then going north, it doesn't get much further than North Point, and going south pretty much is the bypass. With all that said, our area is expanding. The city is expanding. The services are expanding. So we went from an ISO rating back in, well, when I started my insurance business back in 95, we were an ISO 5, and then Mountain Home Rural was a 7, I believe. And now I think Mountain Home is a 2. And Mountain Home Rural is maybe a 3.5 or a 3 or a 4. And what that means to everybody is the lower your ISO rating, the lower your insurance cost. And those things, what I'm getting at is with the expansion of the city limits, the expansion of the services, and the growth that we have, it's controlled, not controlled growth, but the expansion of the city is very well controlled. So we're not just going and grabbing and hoping that somebody will develop. We get the idea of the development first, and then we go and annex it in.
Right.
So we're not going to end up like a Fayetteville or a Jonesboro that everybody we're just going to get ourselves so big that we can't handle. No.
Totally different environment.
It is totally different, and it's great.
Yeah, and because you got the tax base, you're able to buy new fire trucks. You're able to, have more police cars. You're able to have more policemen. And the services that come out, more sewer, more water, those are the kind of things that people really want. Run the gas lines out farther. People come say, we want natural gas. I say, okay, then you're living in the city. We can get propane, but it's got to be natural gas, and it's okay. There's limits to that because of the expense of that. So you have to have enough people to do it, who want it, to pay for it and pay for that bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're growing, but we're not leaps and bounds. It's small steps, and that's really where we are with it. You got to keep that in mind that it's grown to where it is over a period of time. This didn't happen overnight. It may seem as we get older, it seems like things are happening a lot faster, but that wouldn't matter where you are. That's just as you age.
Yeah.
Your clock sees things differently.
Could you imagine 62 being 2-lane highway?
Yeah, well,
That's
or
what it
even
was
just
when
not
we
have
moved
it.
here.
Yeah, and no bypass.
Yeah.
The traffic and stuff. It's
Absolutely no bypass.
now people moaning because they got to wait twice for 2 lights because they're trying to drive through downtown at noon. Okay, unless you're working and going to lunch, don't drive through downtown at noon. You're retired.
That's right.
Drive through at 2 o'clock. Drive through at 10 o'clock. I mean.
Get up early.
Well,
Now
I
you're
am up
meddling.
early.
Now you're meddling,
I
right?
am up early.
Let's look at some numbers, because I think you got some year-end stuff.
I got
you
some
wanna
stuff
do.
here. This week in real estate, there were 37 new listings come on the market, 7 commercial properties, 6 parcels of land, 24 homes came on the market. They range in price from $37,000 to $1 million. Some of that 24 is there because there were where am I at here? There were 44 properties expired, so a lot of them got relisted at the beginning of the new year. There were 16 sales, 6 parcels of land, 10 homes closed. They range in price from $365,000 to $85,000. Average sale price this week was $217,000 with 83 days on market. There were 44 properties expired. There were 27 residential price changes, so that's still going on. So currently we have 471 homes on the MLS. Some of those, because of being expired, they're going to come off for a while, get through spring and come back on. Year to date for 2025, so not year to date for 26, but during the year 2025, there was 1,161 homes sold. The average sale price last year was $251,000 with 96 days on market. For 2024, as a comparison, there was 1,145 homes sold. Average sale price was $243 with 91 days on market. 2023, there was 1,080 homes. That was the first year that the interest rates really kicked in and changed, and Joe changed the interest rates. So that's a big drop. There was 1,080 homes sold. Average sale price was $277. 2022, 1,178 homes sold. Average sale price was $222. 2021, midst of COVID, there was 1,345 homes sold. Average sale price was $202,000 with 89 days on market. 2020, there was 1,281 homes sold. Average sale price was $173 with 35 days on market. And in 2019, the last year of normalcy, as it were, there was 1,046 homes sold. The average sale price was $149,000 with 132 days on market. So the market time was longer because there was no big rush. COVID hit, people wanted to come here. They could come here, they could work from home. We have high-speed internet, all the things that people needed to get by, we had here, and they got out of the city. They could go outside. They didn't, we kind of forget how all that went, but those that came here, so the number of homes that sold kept coming up, and there was a lot of rentals homes that sold, landlords that had, 8, 10 homes that they were renting, little rent houses. Well, they sold them because they were making a good buck selling them. They said, well, I won't make that much on rent. I don't have to put up with any, bad renters or good renters or whatever. Keep the good renters, the bad ones, you sell the house out from under them. Mm-hmm. And that's why the rental market got so nuts. I mean, there's a lot of people that are paying more in rent than they would be paying on a mortgage. Keep that in mind. There's a opportunity for the VA loans. There's a great program going on. Chris Nassari's got a deal going right now. Come on, open up for me. There we are. They'll pay the appraisal fee is paid by them 100%. They'll give you up to 100% financing, no money down, no monthly mortgage insurance, competitive interest rates, 0% funding fee for if you're a disabled veteran, and you can use that on up to 4 residences. So you want to, if you're a veteran, make use of it. If you're a veteran and you haven't been to the VA to see what services you're available to get, make use of that as well. But for your real estate stuff, give us a call. Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. Check out the cameras as you do every morning here, but they're there all day.
There you go. It's been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is his number. Again, the website is retiredarkansas.net. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in here in just a few minutes.
Out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Josh Fulcher, Coach Dell Leonard, Mountain Home Basketball. It's Friday, and it's time for Russellville to come here. What do you think about that?
It's moving right along.
Conference time.
Yeah.
Conference time, Friday night in the hangar. Our first home conference game, so we expect a big turnout, and we've both got our hands full. Both of our teams got to play well, so that's kind of what our conference is all about.
We're going to head that direction in just a few minutes, but let's recap the Atlas Asphalt Tournament. We haven't had you guys on since then. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Well, we had Dumas first round. A good opponent for us. We kind of built a little lead and held on, and then we had Paragould next round. Paragould beat us. It was a really hard-fought game. Come down to right there, the last few plays at the end that we just didn't do a good job of finishing that game. And then in our third-round matchup, we played Greene County Tech for the third time this year. And, they beat us, and sometimes you just got to tip your cap to a team that's better than you, and you hate to admit that, but when somebody beats you, we've got 8 losses on our record, and 3 of them are to Greene County Tech, and they're probably better than us. But I'd still love to play them again.
Which you could.
We could. We're gonna have to. We got a lot of work to do in front of us for that to happen. But they'll definitely be a state tournament team, and that's always our goal. And hopefully we be able to meet up with them somewhere down the road.
Coach Leonard, on the girls' side,
we opened up with a game against Cave City. They really helped us by filling the spot that opened up late, and we were able to win that game. And then we played Cabot, and I thought we probably played about as well as we played all year. That the score wasn't a very good indicator of how good, there wasn't that much separation. We had a really good night, and they struggled a little bit. And then the semifinal game was against defending Class A state champion Greers Ferry West Side. And that was a really tough matchup. They play a lot of different, what Coach Husky and I like to call gimmick defenses, and our kids executed really well. Had everybody making shots. Lake and Anderson had a great day, a really good half. I think she had 18 in the first half. I'm not sure. But we were able to come away with our second championship in a row, and it was a good tournament for us.
What kind of feedback do you get from the visiting coaches that come in? You had a team from Georgetown, Texas come in. You had a team from Lewisburg, Mississippi come in. What kind of feedback do you get from those coaches and those parents that travel with those guys and gals?
I would just overwhelming positivity and just positive feedback about how well it's ran, how organized it is, the fact that we feed them, provide hotel rooms, especially the teams that are there for the first time, and it makes you feel good, and there's so many people involved we've talked about before, but it's just as good a tournament as there is out there.
Those schools that came from a long distance, Coach Fulcher, you think they'll be back?
I believe so. I was there when Georgetown's girls came in, and they come up here for a few days. They went to Branson and spent some time, and they really loved the area, loved the people. Got to visit with some of their fans, and they're really getting acquainted with the area, looking for restaurants to go eat at, and then visiting with Coach Zach Jorgensen over at Lewisburg, Mississippi. It was their first time, and one of the first things he loved our arena, and he was asking when it was built, and he couldn't believe that it was built in the 90s. He said, "You guys just take such great care of your facilities. and that felt great because there's a lot of work that goes into that tournament, but there's also a lot of work that goes on a daily basis to keep. We take pride in what we have, and and it was a great time. We've invited them. We always invite these teams back. I told them we'd love to have them back. Their issue is that they played a conference game that Friday after our tournament, and that might be the only kind of roadblock. But hopefully they'll come back. I know he wants to come back, and but if not, we've got a waiting list. We've got teams always calling and wanting in this thing. So we're never going to hurt for teams wanting to come to a tournament, especially because they know that we do a great job of hosting. It's well ran. He complimented everything down to the officiating. He really thought the officials were consistent, and he thought that we have a host that stays with each team and really takes care of whatever they need as far as practices and meal times, and so whatever they need, they've got somebody on our staff that's able to help them, and that's really important when you're in a 3-day tournament. You got a lot of things going on, and the external factors is facilities and practice times. It's always good to have a go-to person for those.
And then we went to Harrison.
Yeah, and it's with it being conference now, it's in the first game of conference, it's not going to do, we tried our best, and I know Coach is the same way, but you can say all you want that, hey, this is a conference game, and it's not just another conference game. It's our rival, and it means more, but you try your best to coach in a way that your kids don't get overwhelmed or too amped up and don't perform the way they should. I thought that Harrison's girls were much improved. We knew that going in, and we had a fist fight all the way down to probably the last 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and we were able to go on a run. And if you'd have told me 2 minutes into the fourth quarter that we were going to win, I wouldn't have been surprised that we pulled it out because we've been there before. But to win by 10, which is the max points you can get for a conference win, that was great.
10 is the tiebreaker points?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. How about on the boys' side?
Well, kind of like what Coach was saying, to start out conference with Harrison, you can't hide it, what this game means to our kids, what it means to the players that have come through our program, what it means to our community. So you really want to channel that energy and channel into focus. And when you have a team, both Harrison and us, we lost a lot from last year. We graduated 9 seniors. We only had 2 returning players that have experienced that game, on a deep level, and Harrison had 1 returning player. So you really don't know what to expect whenever you're putting these kids in this environment. And I thought the difference of the game is that our kids were probably ready for that, experiencing that game, and Harrison probably was not. And we ended up winning by a pretty decent margin, but it's not really indicative of how much better we are than Harrison. I think we're just more ready for that game. I fully expect Harrison to play us a lot closer when they come over here because there's not really that much difference in between our teams.
Mm-hmm. The Lady Bombers, you had 3 that scored 16 apiece. Mm-hmm. Haven't seen that yet this year where it's level and spread out like that.
Well, and as we continue to get deeper in the season, I expect to see that more. Hopefully, if we're going to have success, just because teams are going to, really scout you hard, and coaches are going to be even more prepared than they've already been. So, and if I can, just real quick, just say I want to give a shout out to all of our fans and the students that came to Harrison. Mm-hmm. It felt like a home game. It really did. And then how classy that our kids were at the end by just staying in the student section and cheering. And there's a lot of passion there. There's a lot of rivals. It's a big rival, but you still have class and do things the right way.
Which means a lot, not only to the coaches that have to make sure that nothing exciting happens, but it means a lot to the community to know that they're being well represented when these students and student athletes are away from home.
Yes.
Absolutely. We're really good at home, and but when we can travel, our fans travel like that, and you're able to make Harrison, a conference game into a home game, it helps our kids, and that's a big reason why we've had so much success over to Harrison, because our community shows up and they're there. And I think it's helped even more with it being the first game. We've got a lot of our kids that are in college that were able to go to that game. So a lot of recent graduates that would just, poured their heart and souls into our program, they're also able to go there. So it was awesome to see our community, but it's kind of, to be expected. And I love the way our student section carried themselves. I think we did our talking, mostly on the floor, and I thought our community represented themselves really well.
It's time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Sleep Mart is introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels, from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville, voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day, or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday, 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Discover comfort and style at Sleep Mart. From reclining sofas and love seats to manual and power recliners, sleep and lift chairs, we've got it all. Choose from a variety of styles, colors, and fabrics. All made with pride in the USA. Come to Sleep Mart today, where comfort meets savings.
Welcome back to the Morning Show on XL7-TV. We're talking Mountain Home Bomber basketball with Coach Josh Fulcher and Coach Dell Leonard. To pick up a little bit more on the Harrison side of it, the crowd is always good. Like you said, the student section is great. The excitement, the ball games are fun to be at. When they come home, we need as big a crowd, if not bigger, of our own folks to be there again, just to keep that rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, come support. I think student section theme is Hawaiian shirt, and it's Friday night. It's always really, we're in a climate controlled building, so weather's always nice in the gym. And just a little bit about Harrison. We were playing our JV game early, and one of the Harrison fans kind of leaned over and was asking. The place hadn't filled up yet. Obviously, it was pretty early, and he said, "Do you guys bring pep buses to this?" We're like, "No, we just asked them to show up." And he was really surprised, because he always saw as many people that showed up that we brought pep buses over there, and know everybody just finds their way over there, and it's pretty neat by the the end of the night seeing how that arena is filled up to support our kids.
But now you're going into game 2 of conference play. It's Russellville Cyclones coming in this afternoon and to play a JV matchup. Will there be 2 JV games tonight? Just one?
No, Russellville will not play JV girls. I think they only have like 8 players.
Okay.
So
JV boys at 5 p.m. in the main gym.
In the main gym. So they're coming in. How do they look this year?
Russellville's good. They're good. Their first conference game, they didn't play very well, but they also played a good opponent, which is Alma. I think Alma's like 12-5. It's just another year in the 5A West. Everybody. It's going to be a dogfight every night. Russellville, I feel like with a lot of teams on our schedule, we've got to play better than them to beat them. But I think we're capable of playing better than them. But they pose some really tough matchups, and you're calling the game tonight. You'll see, number 2 Zayden Williams. He's as good as any guard in the league. He's a transfer from Maumelle that came last year. He became eligible at semester. He's averaging like 23 a game, just lightning quick. He can do it all. Then they've got 21 Caleb Campbell, he's started ever since he was a sophomore. 6'5", strong kid, can flat out shoot it. Those are really guys that we have to key on. And then they've got so many pieces that we've got to do a good job of keeping them away from the rim because they drive the ball so well, they rebound so well. And one thing about Greg Chenault's teams is they really hook it up defensively. It's always been a really grinded battle game ever since he's came there. We've always played Russellville and Mountain Home's always been really tight, toughly contested games. And I don't expect anything different than what, typical Russellville Mountain Home matchup.
On the girls' side, they're scary because you watch them play somebody and they don't necessarily play well, and then you watch them play like a team like a Mountain View. I think Mountain View's got a really good basketball team, and I watched that film and it was a dogfight. So they're athletic, much like the boys. They get to the rim, they rebound. It's a little bit of an anomaly with the girls team because they can shoot the 3, but that's not really what they're known for. They've got a lot of really nice 15-foot jump shooter type kids. Mm-hmm. But when you play against teams that are more athletic than you, doesn't mean that they're more talented than you, but when they're more athletic than you, the things you want to stay away from are the easy layups where you turn the ball over and they get an easy run out for 2, or they're getting offensive rebounds and getting putbacks or getting at the free throw line. I think if we eliminate those things, then we can find a way to win. And it's not a night where you have to just be great offensively. You got to be great defensively. And the old saying is you're not always going to be great on offense, but you got to be consistent on defense and rebounding, and that's what we have to do tonight. And it's a little bit, it's conference. Everybody's got a new fire, and they're good enough to beat you. And then you look at us, and Jayla's coming off the wrist injury where she's still a little tender. We'll see how that goes. And you got to stay out of foul trouble if you're us. That's a huge key for us. And it doesn't matter if we're playing Russellville or whoever, we got to stay out of foul trouble.
When the girls get into foul trouble early, like it seemed like happened over at Harrison with Lake and Anderson, you get a little bit nervous. Well, from my seat, I get a little bit nervous.
Well, y'all
may not get nervous at all. But
we've got some kids who have grown up that coming off the bench, and so that part of it, it really depends on who you're playing and what position gets in foul trouble. And so we feel okay and feel fine with the kids that we've got filling in off the bench. But the thing that I want us to do is be a little bit more intelligent with some of our fouls.
When you talk about coming off the bench, I've been very pleased and surprised of the performance of number 1 Tay Chairs coming off the bench.
Well, Tay turned her ankle really bad, if you remember, early in the year, and missed about 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And when you miss 3 weeks, it takes a little bit to work yourself back in. And she's got one of those tough roles where she might come in and end up being in for a while, or she might just come in little spurts, and it's a hard role. But yes, we are really confident in Tay right now.
Coach Fulcher, you got good performance out of your 2 bigs, Cormican and Haney. They played well at Harrison.
And that was a challenge because one thing that Harrison has different this year than they've had in the past, they've got a lot of size. And I challenged him. I was like, I'm not sure if we can score on, but we're sure the heck going to try. We're going to try early. And I thought they did a good job of answering the call, and was really pleased with the way we just went at them and got them in foul trouble, got the Sutton kid in foul trouble, and that helped. And, it was, and that's kind of if we're going to be good, we need some guys to continue to grow in their roles and step up, and they didn't have to step up for an entire game. Maybe it's just certain spurts where this guy makes a nice little run, and then it's another guy's turn. They've got to share the load, and that's really, if you're going to be a good team, you got to have a team that can do that, and that's our goal. Is to continue to have guys that can kind of string together those stretches.
We don't like to look at the crystal ball and look into the future too far, but what's after Russellville?
Siloam on Tuesday. They're coming to our place, and then we're at Van Buren on next Friday.
Coach Leonard, did you?
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing Coach just said. So
what does Siloam look like?
It's going to be tough. In boys, it's going to be a tough week. Siloam returns they return everybody, and they've got some really good sophomores, some guys that their brothers are outstanding players, and they got a ton of size. They're huge. And yeah, I mean, it's if you're looking at Van Buren and Siloam, they're in the upper echelon of our conference. I would say, Farmington is probably everybody's number one. They're one of the, probably the best team in Northwest Arkansas, regardless of classification. And then right behind them is Siloam, Van Buren. I would say they're kind of a notch above. And then we've got a whole bunch of teams that are fighting for this fourth place spot. So it's going to be just another year in the 5A West where everybody's just getting after it, and every game's so important to every team. So
somebody asked me a question last week on our way over to Harrison. Where will the state tournament be played this year?
Well, that's a great question, because there's 3 schools that have bid on it, and we will know next Thursday. But the schools that have bid on it are Farmington, Lake Hamilton, and some school in north central Arkansas called Mountain Home.
Oh, well.
So we've bid on it, and Coach Husky worked really hard, with the presentation. Dylan Conley put together a nice video. I know Miss Stewie was involved, and our kids would love to have it here, and we'll see. We're going to give it our best shot, and we can control what we can control, and we'll make a great presentation. And I believe Principal Steve Morris is going down to make the presentation, and we'll see what happens.
I did not know that.
But we would love to have it. I mean, we've got just listening to you and Bob talk earlier, we have the community, and we have the restaurants now, and we have the hotels, and we can, and obviously we know how to host a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to see it. We bid on it in 2011, 2018, and didn't get it. I think that it's our turn. Hot Springs usually gets anything they bid on. We'll see. Farmington, I know they hosted state 2 years ago when they were 4A. So both of those schools have really big modern arenas, but like Coach was talking about earlier, we still have a big arena with the seating capacity, and it's nice. So we're hoping to get it.
It'd be nice. It would really be nice. Coach Fulcher, what do you think about it?
Well, Dell and I talked earlier in the year, and of every year you've got to kind of make your decision. Is it, are you going to bid on it, and where your teams stack up, and this is I've always I really like his team. I like our team. I think our team has a shot at it. So why not? And I know we've got the community. I think it'd be an awesome way to just kind of feature Mountain Home just in general. But our environment, our basketball environment, it's unlike any other. It really is. We watch a ton of film, and none of the games look like our games as far as stadium, filling up the arenas and the support. So it'd be an awesome way to highlight our community, because a lot of people know, but on a grander scale, it'd be really cool to get all these teams up here, because once they get up here, they're like, wow, we see why you guys love being here, and you've been here so long. So
Gentlemen, thank you again for coming in every Friday morning to visit with me and talking Bomber sports and Bomber basketball.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to XL7.
We'll see you tonight.
All right, go Bombers.
Thank you.
You're watching Mountain Home Bomber basketball. You're watching the morning show on XL7 TV. We'll see you Monday.